Hello students, I welcome you all in the online classes of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School. I hope you all are safe at your home during such a pandemic situation of COVID-19. So today I am going to teach you chapter number 10, Wave Optics. Over here, first of all, you can see on the board the first definition written is as wavefront. So what do you mean by the wavefront? So first of all, I wish to give you one example in which you will get the concept of wavefront. If in a still water we just throw a small stone over there and there is a disturbance created in the form of waves, over there is a distribution of energy continuously in the form of crest and trough, and you can see the waves. So over here, the crest and trough, that energy distribution over the wave, wherever you are going to get the crest, over there are the locus of points at which you can see all the particles are vibrating in the same phase, and that is why everywhere in that particular spherical range you are getting the crest there. Now over here I wish to teach you the first definition of wavefront. So over here you can see that it is defined as the continuous locus of all particles of the medium which are vibrating in the same phase at any instant of time, which is over here. What is important is that all particles are vibrating in the same phase at a same instant of time. Like if at a single place we are getting the crest, then all the particles are at the vibrating with respect to mean position and attaining the maximum vibration or maximum displacement with respect to that particular point. Now I am going to discuss about the types of wavefront. So on the board you can see there are three types of wavefront that I have plotted over here. First one is the spherical wavefront. Same example you can take of throwing the stone in the still water, and you are going to get the wave-like structures like this in this form. So you can say circular rings are going to form in the form of crest and trough, and you can easily visualize the distribution of energy here and you can say the displacement with respect to mean position. In the second case, I have shown you the cylindrical wavefront. Like in this particular case, like in case of you can take the rays which are coming out from the bulb, you can take, so tube light you can take, that is going to show you the cylindrical wavefront. Similarly, there is a plane wavefront that you can see in this particular diagram. So here these arrows are showing you the direction of ray, and what is the direction of ray with respect to the wavefront? It is always normal to the wavefront, that means perpendicular to the wavefront. So over here you can see that radially the direction of rays I have shown. Over here also you can see radially with respect to the cross section area the direction of rays I have shown. Here these are parallel to each other, as these are the example of the plane wavefront. Now I am going to discuss about the Huygens principle, because Huygens is a scientist who has given the theories related to the wave nature of the light, and here he has given his own statement related to the wave nature of the light. So the statement he has given states that each point on a wavefront is a source of secondary wave which adds up and give a wavefront at any time later time. So over here we can discuss about the 3 points that the Huygens have given. First point, he has given that on a wavefront, as we know that wavefront is nothing but the continuous locus of points. So these points itself can act as a secondary source. So over here, if I take this point as a source, so over here we can get the secondary wavefronts, and this particular source can act as an independent source itself. Although it is not the original source, but it is going to act like a source only. So as we know that the new distribution can act like a new source of you can say new wave itself. So over here we have Huygens also states that the forward envelope is only possible, backward envelope is not possible, as there cannot be the transfer of energy in the backward direction. And the reason behind it is that the new disturbance has the amplitude as if is proportional to 1 plus cos theta. And if we are going to take the direction of you can say ray in the forward direction to be the direction of reference for us, then in the backward direction the angle between the forward and the backward envelope ray is going to have an angle as pi. So due to that particular pi angle, you will see over here 1 plus cos of pi is going to result in 1 minus 1. So over there we are going to get the amplitude as 0. So in that particular case we are going to get the amplitude to be 0. That means there will be no disturbance, there will be no source. So hence the only forward transfer of energy